Uh-oh.
Hey, it's Mike.
Is it this camera? Okay, it is.
I don't know. Should I kill this light right there?
Yes.
Okay.
I think.
Stand by.
Standing by. Oh yeah. Now we can both show off our. Now we can both show off our tool boards. What is this doing?
Yeah. I can show off my 49er flag I made just fucking around. That in the middle of the engraving, I realized the file that I got off of Etsy only had 12 stripes.
That's hilarious.
So I fixed it. I fixed the file.
This thing's still.
But like Etsy.
Fuck. Fucking just dropped my phone. This fucking computer's still booting up. The whole thing's fucked. Anyways.
Yeah.
We're out. And I can hear an echo. So I don't know. Hold on. Let me see if I can do this. Hello.
Hello.
That's not helping.
Echo.
No,
echo.
I couldn't hear you when I did that. Nope. How about, hold on. How about now?
I don't know. How about now?
Nope.
I'm talking.
How about now?
I don't know. How about now?
I can hear you. And I don't hear an echo.
Well, that's good. I can hear you.
Okay, and I've got
Huzzah!
levels. I'm sweating my ass off. I don't want to turn a fan on because it makes background noise. I was in the fucking attic. So
that sounds awful.
When it's like 130 degrees up in an attic with fiberglass and I have to lay planks down to like tiptoe around where I'm going, you should have to wear a respirator, long sleeves, and pants. I was in shorts with no t-shirt, nothing. Fucking I was sweating my ass off trying to install the new bathroom exhaust fan.
Oh, the vent?
And light. What a pain in my dick. And my guy's coming tomorrow to grout, so I had to pull up all the paper off the floor that I had down when I was painting so I wouldn't get the new tile painted and all that kind of stuff. And I didn't get to finish what I wanted to. My brother-in-law, who did the tile work, he's a pro. That's all he does is tile work. So he doesn't use spacers. And he does everything by eye. So,
does he want to come out to California and tile my backsplash for me when I tear that up? Which, by the way, I was looking around the oven, and I saw some of that chicken wire.
Oh, did you?
Sticking out. So that backsplash,
has
the super thick. Is going to have the super thick cement with the fucking reinforced chicken mesh in there.
Well, I would ask him if he wants to fly out to California for you, but he said no to a job for one of the people on Instagram that flips houses, and it was close by. He's way too busy. So also, my point about him being a pro and not using and doing everything by eye, he doesn't use spacers, so the grout lines aren't exactly 3/8 inch wide, like everywhere. And then since he doesn't use spacers, he doesn't pull the spacers up, which would also allow him to scrape out the mastic in between the tiles that come up in between the grout lines. So now there's mastic in between the grout lines where there should be grout going. I don't know how, because it's going to go in there. So I have this grout removal tool. It's like a steel or diamond-bladed toothbrush thing. I was going to do all the high spots on the floor and all the high spots on the shower and the tub, and I still haven't done that yet. And the grouter's coming tomorrow because I was working all day, literally. From this morning. I bought a revent bathroom fan. You know what? Let's start the show because I don't want to give up all. This is my show.
Yeah, let's cue the music.
Cue the music. And 5. Hello, 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 hello. We're in and rocking out. It's episode 26.
Whew.
And
it's still daylight out.
It's still daylight. We've already started. You guys missed some shit. It might be on. We might say it again. We might put it in a pre-show, which is 3 minutes long. This is going to be the Seinfeld episode. I have coined this the Seinfeld episode.
It's the show about nothing.
It's the show about nothing. I didn't prep anything. I've got no stories about police stuff. My wife was kind enough to say, I just sent you a story about a cop that just got shot on his first shift. And I'm like, okay, save that one for next week.
I don't want to talk about that.
No, save it. We'll save it for next week. So I was just telling Brandon that I was working in my bathroom all day installing a exhaust fan with a light. So the old one's 30-something years old, much smaller. And I bought what's called a Revent brand. And it's got an
And
LED...
Mike's farts are way too big for that.
Right. I got a 110 CFM fan, which should move a lot of air. And then it's got an LED light with 3 different light settings. You can do daylight, bright light, or warm light. So we picked warm light. And then I did all electrical. Of course, the old mounted one, the conduit comes in and bends down to the top. Well, the new one, the hole for the conduit is on the side.
Okay.
So that doesn't work. So I was telling Brandon that when you go up in an attic that's 130 degrees, you should wear, because it's just a rafters, a gable attic. So there's no storage up there. So there's no flooring. It's just all joists and insulation. And I've got a few small pieces of plywood that I threw down and scattered all over for various walking points. But I didn't wear long sleeves, and I didn't wear pants. I was in shorts with no shirt on because it was 140 degrees up there. I did have, at first I had no respirator, and I'm moving insulation barehanded, trying to get to this fucking thing.
Solid decision.
Yeah, I thought, where's my base camp mask? Well, that mask is so good I wouldn't be able to breathe up in the attic, so I couldn't wear that one. So I do have a ventilator type of mask, you know?
Yeah.
So I came back down and toweled off because I was sweating, lost about 10 pounds, got all that shit. So this new piece of equipment I bought, you can install it from underneath.
Ha-ha.
Don't believe it. Especially if your conduit's in the wrong direction and your vent is in the wrong direction and you got to do all that shit. It says install in an hour. Let's see, what time is it? It's 6:15 by me. I started this project at about
4:15 by me.
10 in the morning. 8 hours to do electrical work, and then I had to send the wife out to Home Depot to get some switches. So I got 3 switches to do 2 lights and a fan, and then, all that kind of stuff.
Maybe it's like 1 hour if you're a pro.
Or,
I don't know.
It maybe, and your old one isn't 35 years old, and everything lines up.
And everything lines up the way it should.
Right. So now it's all in there, and the ceiling was hanging or sagging.
Mm-hmm.
So there was a nail that had worked its way down.
I was going to say, was it sagging because you were up there?
No, it was beforehand. So I screwed some drywall screws in because, back in the 80s, they didn't use drywall screws. And then I pounded the nail back in.
Hammer, nail.
And then I put excuse me, I'm coughing up fiberglass. And then I put the trim
real
plate.
Professional, Mike. Real professional.
Maybe I'll cut that out. And just don't touch
the
mic because that makes noise. And
I didn't touch my mic.
All right.
Or do you mean like this?
Yeah, like that.
Okay, okay, fine. Damn it, so that means I can't drink my beer. God damn it.
No, just do this.
It's the worst episode ever.
Yeah. No, not yet. So, anyway.
Oh, it's not yet?
Not yet. So I put 2 screws in there to pull the drywall back up to the ceiling, and then pounded the nail back in, and I put the trim flush plate up and the light kit on the fan. And then I realized that it's hanging down 1/8 of an inch, like sagging. I have it screwed into a joist, and then there's these little bullshit aluminum tabs that you fold down that it sits on top of the drywall, and then underneath there's a half one that folds up. That doesn't really work too well. So I patched up the holes just before I got on with you, and then tomorrow I'll have to shim one side of it from the attic to get it up a little bit, and then I can finish and put the plate on. So been doing that, and then I think you know what? We always do you first, so we're gonna do you, and then how your week was, and then we'll get back to me. And you're on. The clock is running. This is gonna be one of the fastest shows ever. Go.
No.
And my wife's trying to figure out dinner.
At work.
This is dinner.
Oh, we already figured out dinner. So as soon as we're done here, and I don't care. This is a glimpse behind the camera into the lives of Mike and Brandon.
Yes.
So as soon as we're done here, I got to go to Target to pick up a drive-up order because we're having spaghetti and meatballs, and then hopefully that will be done before first pitch.
Solid. Okay.
So that we can watch the Giants game.
It will be.
Yeah. So the week at work was boring. I decided to re-jump into The Walking Dead.
Yeah, baby.
I stopped watching it after they killed off Rick.
No,
so
they didn't kill off Rick.
I was like, well, before Rick disappeared.
Okay.
It's been so long since I watched it. I had to like go back and watch a couple of episodes before. Because I remember they did some sort of special, like he's not dead. He got picked up by somebody. Now he's.
Well, no, they didn't do a special. It was in all the episodes. You just had to watch it.
Yeah. Like I said, it's been years. All right. So I jumped right back in.
Oh, I love that
where
show.
they fast forward the 6 years. So I'm just beginning season 10.
Oh, good.
And so. That was my week at work.
Awesome. So you finished the Rookie. You're all caught up on the Rookie.
Yeah. Got caught up on the Rookie last night. New episode this Sunday.
Oh, okay.
So, and then I've got my Law and Order episodes to watch.
I'm too behind
but
on
then,
organized crime.
They're pretty good. So yesterday was able to get out here into the garage, which if you're watching on the YouTube, I am actually in the shop because literally everybody else in my family is sick. So they're all inside being sick. I am out here trying to survive.
Is it working?
So, no, because I can already feel that I have. I went to Ace a little bit earlier and I started getting the sniffles.
Yeah.
That's why I wanted to record this episode earlier because I saw my future and it's not pretty.
Nice.
So, was able to get out here, and if you followed me on Instagram and saw the stories yesterday, I was in the laser laboratory.
I missed it because I haven't been on the IG.
Oh, you missed it.
Yeah.
Okay, so Etsy does this thing where, like, after you've been a customer on Etsy for about a year, they sent me like a $5 gift card.
Okay.
To use throughout their shop. So I used it to download some SVG files because I wanted to see about engraving flags through paint or stain. So, and I didn't want to take the time to build the file myself because if I can buy it for free,
yeah,
why not do that? So I bought some of those files, and if you look over my shoulder here, you can see one of the first tests was I figured out how to do an overlaid image in Lightburn to where now I can make custom unions.
Awesome.
So I did a 49er one. And then I tried to get real fancy, and I learned a lesson today where I was going to paint one color, let that dry, paint another color over it, and then try to just use the laser to take off that top layer of paint.
Right.
Learned a very valuable lesson. One, even coat on the top.
Okay.
And maybe go heavy on the undercoat because I decided to try to do a Giants flag with a little orange underneath. And you can see where there was some overspray, a little heavier pooling up here in the union and then down here on the side.
Dude. Let's see. Let me count.
And then it took out a bunch. This is after I fixed the file, so there are 13 stripes on here. I was telling Mike before we started recording, in the middle of the 49er flag, I was looking at it. I go, wait a minute. That's not matching up right. And I thought I just picked the wrong file, that it was engraving the wrong stripes. And I started counting. I go, son of a bitch, there's only 12. So I went there. I had to go through and fix the file. So I guess you get what you pay for.
Yeah.
You get it for free. So we knocked that out, and then we, like I've mentioned before, the little side tables where we've been refinishing them. We got finally the main bodies. We got those all polyurethaned. We have the hairpin legs on one of them.
Awesome.
And then now there's a little lid to it for the storage compartment that I'm in the middle of putting not polyurethane, polyacrylic.
Okay.
And I'm putting polyacrylic on, and then those should be done hopefully tonight. Then we just have to get some hardware for the dresser that we got that's going to go with the matching set. So was able to get some stuff done in the shop today and yesterday, in between kids and then now wife also being sick.
Yeah.
Mike, continue with your story.
All right. So my week, I think you jinxed me. Well, first of all, what's today? Saturday. All right. So last week my son got COVID, right?
Yes.
We talked about that, right?
Yes, we did. And then your wife flew out and drove back with him.
Right. So then I call on Monday. We talked on Saturday, I think, or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we recorded Saturday.
Right. So Monday, I need to call the physical therapist because I have an appointment on that Tuesday for the doctor and PT. So I call him up.
Yeah, you've been exposed.
Hey, what's the protocol? Because I was, my son's got COVID. My wife, drove home with him. She's like, when was that? When did he get it? When did he start feeling it? When was he diagnosed? How long has he been home? Ask all those questions. I give her all the answers. She goes, I'll call you back. I have to speak to your care provider. So she calls me back and she's like, hey, all right, so we're going to push him back to the 18th of October. Don't come in until the 18th of October. 2 weeks. I'm like, all right, yay, fuck work. Okay. So I'm like, all right, well, now I have no PT, no doctor's visit until the 18th. So I'm like, all right, I got to call work and let my DC know. So I text him, are you busy? Yeah, always, but call me anyway. So I call him and I go, hey man, I got off the phone with the caseworker for workman's comp because the nurse had called me. And then I spoke to my actual caseworker and then I called him and he says, yeah, I was just wondering about that. He said, how you feeling? I said, okay, but I just wanted to tell you that my appointments got pushed back till the 18th because my son has COVID. And he's like, what? I said, yeah, my son has COVID and, he's in the house. So right away I called PT and the doctor and let them know. And he goes, why would you tell them? I'm like, because it's the rules. What are you asking me for? I follow the rules.
Yeah.
You got COVID or near COVID. You tell someone you got COVID. He's like, oh, fuck this COVID shit. He's like, I never would have told them. I go, all right, well, anyways, so I'm not going there till the 18th. He's like, all right, get better. I'll talk to you soon. All right. So then again, the caseworker calls me, and then he calls me yesterday or Thursday. He calls me Thursday.
I don't fucking know.
Yeah, I thought he called you first, but anyways, he calls me Thursday.
No, he didn't check with me.
And he goes, hey, have you talked to your workman's comp, whatever? And I said, yeah, I spoke to the caseworker again. And he goes, okay, what did your wife have COVID? No. Okay. And she's been sleeping. So because my son had COVID, my daughter stayed at her boyfriend's house for the week. My wife stayed in my daughter's room for the week, and it's all been separated. He says, listen, I got to talk to the chief, but I think you're going to be coming in to do some light duty. Brandon, fucking jinxed me. I'm like,
wait, how is this on me? Explain that part.
Because you jinxed me. You're like, don't you have light duty? I'm like, no, I got no light duty. And then guess what?
Because I asked the question, I jinxed you?
Starting Monday, Mike will be working 3 to 11s, Monday through Friday, for light duty.
Until the 18th?
Fuck it. No, it's going to be longer. Yeah, until the 18th, because I told him.
Then you just get your doctor to say, like, no, you cannot be, no.
You got me walking around the station.
Yeah.
I'm taking walk-in reports. I'm handling accidents that come in. I'll be talking to people.
See, I thought ahead with mine, as I told my doctor, because she straight up asked me, she goes, what should I have it say? I'm like, little to no use of right hand. That way I can't even type.
Yeah, you know what mine says? 90% of the time off your feet. You can only put 10% of weight on this foot. Yet they're going to have me walking around the station and taking reports and all that shit. So whatever.
No, man. That's a direct violation. No. You need to take a stand. This is the hill to die on.
Well, Monday, I'm calling my caseworker again before I go in because I don't have to go in until 3. And I'm going to tell her, listen, they're making me come in. The doctor's note clearly says A. They're making me do B. we'll see what happens. But, all that walking around, might make me take longer.
It could extend your time being injured until probably
who the fuck
like
wants
May.
Working 5 days a week.
No, fuck that shit.
So
that is the one thing that is really nice about ours is that I keep my same schedule. I keep my same shift. I finally decided that, like, you know what, after briefings, when everyone does their little team meetings, I just leave the office and I go hang out with my patrol team.
Nice.
Just to have the interaction with everyone, because it was seriously getting to me the previous week of like just being so isolated in that one little office. So
yeah. Well, I look forward to seeing my guys again, and myself and my buddy Dan, we both got these new P320 AGX Pros, that we're going to be carrying on duty. So my came
so you're just going to stand there and like jerk off on each other's guns?
My red dot came in, and then over the weekend he's texted me he just got new, more aggressive grips, and he found the Surefire trigger light for the Surefire, because I had one on my Kimber, but it's two different size to go on this gun. So he's already got his gun all dialed up, and he put a new front sight on it. So he's going to bring his in and show me. I'm going to feel it, and if I like the grips and stuff, then I'll start changing mine too, because we don't shoot again until December, so I want to get it all set up. And I got my open mag pouch, the 3 mags for that. I had to order 3 additional mags from my buddy who I got the gun from. So I've never had, usually I've got 5 mags that have 8 rounds in them. Now I'm going to have 5 mags that have 17 rounds in them. Yeah.
There you go.
Because I use big
So
bullets.
I like to tell people overkill is underrated.
Yeah. So.
So you're one of those guys that's like, I'm not going to shoot no Puny 9. I'm going to shoot 45. Stopping power.
It's a cute little gun you have there. That little 9 shooter, 9mm. So, anyways, with work,
I'll still outshoot anybody with it.
I finished this Top Gun in the academy, and I shot with a revolver. I was the only revolver shooter with no night sights. That's the shit.
I've never once so here's the thing. I've shot with night sights and without night sights. I'm a worse shot with them than without them. Yeah. Night sight, I hate them. They're awful. They're stupid. Just equal height, equal light.
Equal height, equal light.
Steady squeeze. Boom.
So
it's not hard. It's not rocket surgery. If a moron like me can do it, anybody can.
It's not brain
rocket surgery.
It's not brain science or rocket surgery.
It's not brain science or rocket surgery. It's easy. If a dum-dum like me can point and shoot, dum-dum, you bring me gum-gum.
Yeah, so work starts Monday, which is in 2 days at 3 to 11. So
that sucks.
That'll suck, but I'll be off the weekend. But I told him, he goes, you'll be working 3 to 11. I'm like, 3 to 11? Why can't I just come in at 7 p.m. and work till 3 in the morning? Because then I can get back
nobody
on my
comes
schedule.
in then.
And he's like, well, how about, would you like to work days? Maybe I can get the only other Mike, who's on light duty on the other midnight shift. He's on the day shift. And he goes, maybe I can get Mike to switch. And I go, no, Mike's got, first of all, he's going to have 30 years in January. He's got way more time than me. And Mike's not going to want to switch his schedule. So I'm like, I'll just come in at 3 to 11s. I used to love 3 to 11s. It's actually my favorite shift that when we were on 8 hours. But it doesn't, he goes, I thought it would help you get back in your groove. And I go, no, I've been up fucking all day, every day since September 6th or 2nd, whatever the fuck it is. I go, no, it's not going to help. So whatever. I start on Monday. So
since you're friends with your DC, you should just tell them, like, anytime you start to think, stop.
Yeah. I said that whatever you want to do, Joe, I'm at your mercy. That's what I told him. And he's like, all right. And then, so I felt like I just got kicked in the balls because I've had so much work. I got so much shit done because since I'm able to move around more and just take a break, I just sent you 2 pictures of the 2 flags I just finished. The one with the blue line flag has the lights on it behind it. The blue lights on it. And then the other one is going in, the American flag is going in my new lieutenant's office. He was my sergeant on the street. He asked.
Yeah, well, you sent me the American flag, and then you sent me your logos.
You didn't get no, I sent you the first thing that came across was the blue line flag. You didn't get it? I'll have to resend it because I'm looking at my feed to you, and it's right here. Look, it's right there.
Yeah, no, I have the white, I have the black, and I have the black and blue.
If you open just if you were to save the black logo that just has the white letters in it, it's a PNG. So if you were to save it and put it on something, everything else would be white. It would show up the words and stuff. So all right, let me resend this blue line flag to you because it's badass. And I asked him, you want to come get your flag? And he's like, I got to work. I'm working doubles for the next 4 days, and then I got to work, another 7 days of my. And I'm like, okay.
Thanks a lot, Mike.
I go, do you want to see it? Because I was sending him. I got so much video footage of stuff that I've been doing in the shop. I would send him little snippets of his name being engraved when it was on the CNC, his badge numbers being engraved, and then a picture without the stars on it. So he's like, no, I'll wait. I don't want to see it. I want to be surprised. I'm like, all right. So I got that done. I got 2 other flags cut and stained. One is going to be for a commander promotion. She hasn't told me what she wants engraved on it yet, so I can't put it together. Even if I'm still waiting for the patch and the badge picture, but at least I would be able to glue it up if I knew what she wanted engraved on it.
Yeah.
So I haven't gotten that engraved. And then the electrical worker one, I'm still waiting for feedback on what they want on it because it's all ready to go. It's all stained, and all I got to do is glue it up and stick it on the CNC. But that's waiting. So I've been doing those things. And then, I don't know, last year, maybe in the fall, my buddy John, who's my sergeant now, he gave me this oak grill cart. Remember I was telling you about it?
Yeah.
It was destroyed, man. Just like black wood. It's so like rotted. I took it apart. I sanded it down, the legs and stuff, and I stained them a while ago. And then I finally tackled the top. It's like a huge butcher board. I'd love to show you. It's amazing. It's beautiful. I took it over to the drum sander and I put a 60 grit or an 80 grit roll on the drum sander. Just fucking fed that thing through there for like 40 minutes, one side, flip it to the other side. And then I had to do the sides with an orbital sander. So I did all of that, and it's now stained. And I just put the first coat of poly, an oil-based poly, on top. And I'm going to do 2 more coats. That should protect it for the season, and then he might have to, repoly it. But it looks amazing. And then he had these plastic crappy wheels on it, I went to Home Depot.
Yeah, you showed me the casters before.
Yeah, so I've been looking. On Amazon, I found some casters that were like $55. So these are the ones that have the pin and they lock in. So I thought I ordered those, and they came, and they were bolt. I'm like, I can't fucking use these. So I sent them back. They were $55. So I'm at Home Depot, and just went to their caster aisle, and I found these really cool, a rubber ball with a brass foot over it, a hood over it. And they were like $7 or $8 a piece. So they popped right in. So I'll put the second coat of poly on the top, or third, in the next 2 days. I haven't even told them it's close to being done. And then I'll assemble it. It looks amazing. I got video of that. I took all my video, and then yesterday watching one of my sad White Sox games, I forget which one, I edited like 8 or 9 videos for Instagram. So on Monday, I'm going to be announcing the new name change, and then I'll just start dropping a video a week. So it looks like I'm actually doing it then, not while I'm off.
That's what I need to do. Is I need to start filming things when I'm able to do them in bulk, and then cut them up.
Yeah.
And then post them that way, because my Instagram game is lacking.
Well, I used to post multiple, and then Hung said to me, "Why don't you save some of that stuff for the next day and then the next day?" You know what I mean? Guys like Radek, they can post multiple because they have 100,000 followers. I broke up, like when I broke down all the wood for the flags, I wore my base camp mask. I filmed a commercial for them, a 30-second spot at the miter station, standing over here at the table saw. Well, I did all of that for one video for them. It's 30 seconds long. And then I'm going to have a video of just at the miter station, then a video just at the sanding station, then a video just at the table saw. So there's 4 there. You know what I mean? Then the drum stand, all that shit. I just broke it up so I have multiple stuff, because once I go back to work, I'll have shop time in the morning if I want, because I don't have to go in till 3. So hopefully this week, between the bathroom and the shop, I'll be able to get a lot more done before I go back, like full time.
Yeah, what? And I got to ask, and this is not me being a dick.
Okay.
What the hell's going on with the White Sox? I thought the bullpen was good.
The bullpen was really good all year. Craig Kimbrell, I've never been a fan of. When he tricked the Cubs this year and the Sox, he had an ERA of like 0.4, 0.4.
He was having his like a historic season.
But the two previous seasons, he pitched like he's pitching with the White Sox. And as soon as they traded for him, we gave up Madrigal. I'm like, we gave up probably a 300 hitter for 15 years for Kimbrell. I get the thinking,
nobody's a 1,500 hitter or a 300 hitter for 15 years anymore.
He will be. Madrigal.
300 hitters are a one-off. No, there is the way hitters are taught now.
No, he's old school, dude.
All or nothing.
No strikeouts, all contact. Guy's an amazing hitter. So they'll enjoy him for a long time, and we'll be done with Kimbrell in one more game. Well, we're going to go to Game 5 because the Sox are tough.
You think it's going to go 5?
Yeah. Cease is on the mound tomorrow, then Rodon.
Okay.
They'll go back with Giolito. Giolito pitched his ass off. Lynn had a problem.
Yeah, it was just the bullpen. Well, Lynn hasn't pitched well against the Astros.
They're a fastball hitting team, and he just throws fastball, so they kind of expected that. But yeah, the bullpen, we didn't see Kopech yet, and I don't know if they're going to save him to start because it's usually Kopech, Kimbrell, and Hendricks 6, 7, 8, 9 innings, and but no Kopech. So I'm thinking maybe he's going to start. He might be the Game 4 starter.
He might be the Game 3 starter.
No, I think it's Cease. It's going to be Dylan Cease, who's had a fantastic year. But it doesn't matter. They didn't hit anybody the first game. They hit enough. The second game they should have won if they had good pitching, and they didn't.
Yeah. Well, the first game I was able you can write that off as a one-off with a lot of young players who haven't been there before.
But Robert,
that's what it looked like. But then Game 2, they looked like they had their footing, and then all of a sudden, I think I was texting you. I go, man, the bullpen looks just shell-shocked.
Yeah, I don't just so I know we've only known each other for a year or so, 18 months. Just so you know, a couple of rules with me. When the Cowboys are on, I shut my phone off, and that's been 30 years because all my friends, when the Cowboys are on, feel like they have to text me if it's a national game and everyone can see it, and they're losing. I get bombarded. A lot of the times,
well, that's just every Cowboys fan.
A lot of times, like you, I watch stuff on delay because of my schedule. And I normally started the Sox game late as well because I was busy working in the house. So I knew it was coming on. I started it. I started recording it, and I was still working. So I sat down probably 40 minutes late. So I'm behind. So I don't normally look at my phone. Even my buddy Drew, who was a diehard Sox fan with me, he texted me, said, Sox are about to start. I'm like, I know I'm behind. Don't text me any updates. He's like, all right, cool. And then you sent me that message, and I normally don't look at my phone if I'm not caught up. And then I saw that, and I'm like, fuck, that doesn't sound good. What's going to happen? But,
Well, see, if I'm behind, I put my phone, in a box.
Yeah, I normally just have it on Do Not Disturb.
If it's the Giants. If it's the Giants in the playoffs, if I'm behind, the phone is I can't hear it, see it, feel it, sense it, anything.
Yeah, I know. So, lesson learned. Don't look at the phone. And tomorrow, I'm pumped. It's a blackout at Sox Park. Everyone's wearing black. It'll be a very intimidating scene. The Astros aren't a great road team either. So they can't beat drums and shit for pitches and everything else that they're doing, trash can pounding, whatever.
It was a trash can.
Yeah, they can't hit the trash can to cheat. So, and the last time when they played here this year, someone threw an inflatable trash can in the outfield. It was hilarious.
I got a feeling at least one will be thrown out.
Yeah. So I didn't get to see your game. I saw Bueller get knocked out. I missed Bryant's homer. So far this year, right in the postseason, Schwarber, Rizzo, Bryant, they're all homering. Cubs, they're back to being sucky.
Well, what was it? Rizzo, Bryant, and Baez, all in their first game with their new team, homered.
Yeah.
No, it was great. I saw something during that game last night that I had never seen before. So Posey's home run to right field.
Right, saw that.
Usually right-handers don't go to right field and hit it out very often, and if they do, it hits off the green 10 or that first row. I have never seen a right-handed hitter hit the ball that far to right field.
He was
never.
Really late.
No.
Posey's a stud, man.
That's what Posey does.
He's
always
last.
inside outed. He goes to no. I guarantee you they re-sign him.
How old is he?
For 2 years. He's like 34.
Oh, he's still pretty young.
Yeah, and he was out. He withdrew from last season. He opted out of last season.
Yeah, so
full year to recover the hip and the knees and all that. So I'd say he's got 2 more years left in him. Whether or not they move him to first base is a whole nother deal. But
well,
Posey
are
will
they
be around.
Going to try and sign Bryant? Because I want him to play right field for the Sox next year, or Judge, because Judge is a free agent.
So that's what they've talked about. Is they're going to make a run at him. So he'll play probably third once Longo's contract is up. Or they could move him to first if they decide to not re-sign Belt. But I don't want him to play right field at Oracle Park because one, right field is tricky at that park, and the games that he's played in right field there, it's been bad.
Well,
it's been no good.
Can I tell you a little thing about Chris Bryant? And this is what pissed me off when he was here, and when
he's an infielder.
Hello, he's an MVP third baseman.
Yeah. Did he win a Gold Glove in Chicago?
I don't know, but all I know is, what the fuck's Madden? I'm Joe Madden. I've got an MVP third baseman. I'm going to put him in left, where he crashed into the brick wall chasing a fly ball. I'm going to put him in right. I'm like, what the F are you doing? I hated Joe Madden. Hated him. I don't know. I'm glad he's on the West Coast. He's going to ruin the Angels. Let him do that. But
well, the Angels have been ruined since 2002. Like after the 2002 season, it's been just downhill for them.
Yeah. Well, they got the best player, the two best players in all of baseball, Ohtani and
nobody sees them because they're crap.
Yeah. Well, we have a stud, as you've seen. Robert's going to be amazing. This year, for me, was exciting that they got to the playoffs. Those guys, their whole lineup only played, I don't know if it was 15 games together or whatever the hell it was. So there will only be 92 wins next year. We'll be pushing 100 next year with the whole lineup. And they get a real right fielder. So looking forward.
Well, I'll tell you this right now. They're not going to get 107.
How do you know?
I know.
We'll see.
No.
So who's on the mound tonight for the Giants and the Dodgers?
Kevin Gossman against
I don't even know who that is.
Urias.
Okay.
Kevin Gossman was supposed to be their top starter this year. He ended up being their second best starter behind Mr. Logan Webb.
Yeah, Webb from San Francisco, right? Homegrown
No, from
boy?
Rockland.
Oh,
from Rockland, California.
They said homegrown boy, so I don't know what that means.
Yeah. Anytime a national broadcaster says homegrown for the Giants, they mean the state of California. Even though
that's too big to be
Rockland
just
is just outside of Sacramento, so close-ish.
Maybe Coffee knows them.
Maybe.
Or the family.
I guarantee he knows the high school.
Yeah. So let's see. I got nothing for work. I told you all about all my woodworking stuff. Oh yeah, one last thing. So my new computer doesn't want to start.
Yeah, your new $1,500 computer
doesn't want to start.
God.
So I still have some time to return it, and I might have to lie and say why. So I contacted this company that I bought it from. Hey, through Amazon, because I wanted to report it. You hold the power button down. I don't know how normal computers work. My Mac, you just push the button once. My desktop in the shop, you just push the button once. This thing, if you just push the button, it'll light up. Then it shuts down. Okay. Push and hold the button. 10 seconds. Maybe it comes on. Maybe it doesn't. So I write it through Amazon to the seller so they don't get your personal information. Hey, this is going on. I get the, hey, I must be a fucking idiot email. Unplug the thing from the thing and make sure that the thing is plugged into just plug it into the wall and not through a circuit breaker thinger. And I'm like, really? And so the second email was,
well, they got to go through the dum-dum stuff first.
Here's my second email to them. Either you're going to replace it with a new one, exact model, or I want my money back. That was 2 days ago. I don't think I got an email yet.
No response?
Not yet. So now, if I didn't get an email today, I'm going to start the return, and I'm going to say I bought the wrong one. So then Amazon has to give me my money back. I've already uninstalled everything I put on it, which was 3 things. Adobe Suite Cloud thing. I upgraded it has a video card in it, graphic card that was out of date, so I had to update it, And then I think Chrome, because I installed Chrome on it. That's 3 things I put on it. So I got rid of them all. It's sitting over on my CNC machine. I got the box right here, and I got everything to put ready back in the box and ship it back. I'm a little bit perturbed.
By chance, and I don't know how much dust you end up getting in your shop, was the computer sitting out there for an extended period of time? Because I had something kind of similar happen with mine.
It was only down here when we recorded our last episode, and I didn't have anything going at all.
Okay, because I had mine down here because that's what I used to run my laser, and my work week started, and I just forgot that it was still out here. Went to work, came back, end of the week. I was like, oh, cool, laser's already hooked up to the computer.
Yeah.
We fired it up. Well, it wouldn't turn on.
Okay.
And I had to actually take it apart, use the air compressor to blow everything out, put it all back together, and it worked just fine.
Well, that's weird because I have my desktop sitting right next to my CNC. It's right there with everything's out in the open.
I don't know, Mike. I don't know.
And apparently the dust isn't bothering that. And I was actually, I was so mad when I got called back to work. I have so many plans I was going to do for the next, 2 weeks. I want to, I have the desktop tower standing straight up, right? With the monitor in front of it. So if I want to plug a USB in, because I transfer files and stuff all the time, I got to move the monitor. Yeah. It's made to also lay down.
Oh.
So I want to reconfigure that whole corner of the workstation and build a little plywood platform that will sit over the desktop body itself. Then I can put my monitor on top of that, and they can have access to the front USB things for, plugging in my thumb drives and stuff.
That makes sense.
So I meant to do that this week, too. I got so much stuff I want to do. If I would just retire now, it'd be fucking fantastic.
Yeah. So I actually have a plan for a project that's going to happen this week.
All right.
One of the cool benefits of my kids being homeschooled is I can bring them out here and we can do like a practical life skill thing. So
awesome.
On deck this week is we're going to build boxes.
What type of boxes?
So each kid is going to build their own box, just a simple box. We might get a little crazy and do one with a lid.
Okay.
But we're going to look at 2 different kinds of joints. We're going to do a miter joint and then a box joint. Put it all together, and then they'll each have a box that they can have and do whatever the hell they want to do with. But something that they can see like, hey, I made that.
Do you have a box joint jig?
Nope. We're going to use the bandsaw and just slow and steady.
Because there's a few really good videos on YouTube on how to make a simple box joint jig for your table saw.
Yeah, I've seen those.
Actually, it's on my whiteboard. I don't box joint jig. It's number 3 things on my shop project.
It's one of those things. I don't have a dado stack, so I have
a 6-inch dado stack. Would you like me to send it to you? Because I now have a Craftsman Excalibur adjustable dado blade. It's like 2 blades together, and you change the size. So if you want the 6-inch one, I'll send it to you.
Yeah, I'll take it. I'll send you back a tin of my cutting board wax.
Oh, cool. All right. And I should put that cutting board wax on this big ass cart, this grill cart. Oh my God.
Yeah. So here's another question. I got hit up by somebody I did a flag for last year for Christmas.
Okay.
She wants to do a cutting board for her husband for this year, like a nice big one. Only thing is, she likes the torched look that I give the flags.
Oh.
And she wants me to torch the cutting board. I don't think you should be torching a cutting board. Well, like, I don't know if there's any sort of like what because she doesn't want an end grain. She wants edge.
Okay.
So my concern is, torching and everything, like, yeah, you're going to sand down some of the burn off, but my concern is when you're cutting on it, eventually something's going to flake off.
Yeah, I don't like
and I don't want that to get mixed into the food.
Right.
So could I do it? Yes.
Yeah, I don't.
Should I? The question is, should I?
Yeah. No, that'd be a hard pass for me on that one because of the food.
So I got to.
If it's a display piece and they put it in their kitchen, like up on the wall as a cool cutting board, and they don't use it, yes.
Well, she wants, the way she made it sound is like she wants it to be also like the size of their stove. It's like it's a stove top cover, it's a cutting board.
Oh, well,
I'm assuming it could also then go as a serving board.
It's a noodle board, but I don't think.
Yeah, but if you're gonna use it as a cutting board, I'm kind of not down with.
Right, my cousin wants that noodle board burned
doing that
with her name engraved on it, but
if it was just a noodle board,
I don't. I say
if it was just an aesthetic thing, because then I could just put a crap ton of like, polyurethane or polyacrylic or some sort of coating over it,
right,
and it would be fine.
Yeah,
but if we're going to use it as a cutting board, then I'm kind of, I got to figure out the nicest way to be like, no, your idea is not going to happen.
Yeah.
Now I can use darker woods to maybe give it that burned appearance, but
sounds very tricky.
Yeah.
I've never made a cutting board, and I have to make two, and I wanted to do one while I was off, so I won't be doing that. But while I'm going to be in the shop,
it's not hard
in the mornings. I've got all the wood, so I don't know how thick to make it. 1.5 inches.
It depends. I've made them. So I will say this: I've done some that are like 3/4 of an inch thick, just because that's all I had. That's a little thin.
Yeah.
I would say shoot for 1 inch, like finished product of 1 inch. So if you like made it like 1.25 inches, 1 1/8, just to start out with before you start planing everything, I think you'd be able to end at 1 inch and it'd give it a nice bit of heft.
So I've got that mahogany,
rich
stuff.
Mahogany.
Yeah. So that's all square. I mean, it's beautiful stock. I don't think.
Yeah, all you gotta do is just cut it into strips and.
Yeah, the other stuff I have to joint and plane. So I just need my final. Make the blocks, then glue them together, right? And then I need to put a juice groove on it with my CNC.
Well, are you gonna do like an end grain one?
No,
or
edge grain.
Okay, so just edge grain. Okay, so all you're gonna do then, it's really easy. Once you get your strips cut, I actually have the pieces for the cutting board that I'm going to do. You're going to take them. You're going to take the faces.
Yeah. Just glue them together.
And you glue the faces together.
Tons of glue.
And then you're done.
So it leaks out.
Lots of glue. Copious amounts of glue.
Right. Really tight in the clamps.
Wipe it down with a wet not too tight. You don't want to squeeze out all the glue. You just want a good squeeze, like you would any other glue up.
No lines.
It's any other glue up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that comes from the milling process. So it's once you're done with it, you're gonna be like, that was really easy.
I'm actually gonna film it for my YouTube channel since it's gonna be the first one I ever made.
Go for it.
Yeah. What the hell?
And then try an end grain.
Well, I helped
it's one extra step.
I helped my buddy with an end grain one. He brought it here before I had my drum sander, and we thought it would be a good idea to put it through the old planer I had.
Yeah, how'd that work out? Did the world end?
It hit him in the stomach so hard.
I have been told.
It kicked back
that if you
so
put
bad.
Oh
yeah, it hit him right in the gut.
That's always the thing, is if you put an end grain cutting board through a planer, the world will come to an end.
It's not a good idea.
I guess there is a way to do it, but you have to take off.
It's just very, very, very
minute
64th
amount
of an inch, each pass.
Yeah.
So we ended up. He lived after the accident, and it got done. But we learned a lesson. I'll never do it.
Because I thought about chancing it with my planer. Then I was like, no. I paid a lot of money. I paid a lot of money for that. I'm not going to screw that up.
That was my Wen planer too.
And this is all walnut and cherry. I'm not going to screw this up. So I just grabbed my belt sander and just went to town for like 1.5 hours.
Oh God! At least I can stick it through the drum sander. That'll be a big relief.
Yeah. See, I don't have a drum sander.
Yeah. So
that
after
would
it's
be
all
a
glued
nice thing to have.
So should I run it through the drum sander at 120 and then 220? What's the highest grit you go on it?
I go to 220. So I go 220. I water pop it.
Yeah, and then 220.
And then I go 220 again, and then I'm done.
Because I have up to like 600 grit sandpaper for my orbital sander.
I have like, I think 600 grit.
Okay.
Not for my orbital sander, but like hand sanding that Diablo sent me. But yeah, I stop at 220, and if you water pop it and then sand again, that final sanding, it is as smooth as a baby's ass.
All right, cool. Then I just have to practice doing the juice groove. I got the bowling bit for it. The bowl bit.
Well, you have the freaking machine that's going to do it for you.
Exactly. I just never done it before, so I'm going to throw a piece of wood in there and practice how far in set you do, and then how deep to go.
Like a half inch in, maybe eighth of an inch down. So do eighth of an inch, see how it looks, and then if you want to do more, do another eighth of an inch.
Yeah. And then I got to engrave her name on it, his wife's name. He wanted it filled with epoxy, and then I read that even with food grade epoxy, if you do that, it's not a good idea. You can cut the epoxy, not like the wood, and it could end up ruining the look of the board. So I don't.
You could do is make the board a little bit more oversized. And how big of an engraving are you going to do? Like,
oh, I don't know how big it was supposed to be, but the board itself is big. It's going to take up half their stove.
Yeah. Okay, so what you do is you move that juice groove a little bit further in from the edge of the board.
Yeah.
And you can do the epoxy
on
the outside of the juice groove. So therefore, it's outside of the cutting surface.
Okay, that's a good idea.
So
we'll see. I'll play around with that.
That'd be one way to get around it.
Yeah.
Or you could just get a laser
and
then laser engrave it.
I could use ShipNerd, who, by the way, I should ask them if they have an affiliate program because I use them all the time. And I should ship it to you, and you can laser it.
I could do that. And then I would use Pirate Ship to send it back.
All right. Good.
Did you know that Facebook or Instagram has this thing where you can be like a branded partner with somebody? I don't know how it works or what the hell it is, but they're like, yeah, you can get paid to do this stuff.
Facebook.
So you can request. No, Instagram.
Oh, IG. I'm sorry, IG.
Yeah. So you can send out all this stuff to these different company pages to find out if you can be like a branded partner with them.
Yeah.
So then you can like direct link stuff. Haven't heard back from Basecamp yet. Driverback gave me the thumbs up. So
cool.
Shout out to Michelle and them. I still don't know what the hell it could.
You asked them for an affiliate program?
Well, it's to create like branded content. So like if you upload something featuring that product, you can link it to them, and it makes it easier for them to share it to their stuff.
I got you.
From what I understand. So.
All right. But still,
like technically, I'm an affiliate for Diablo. I just don't have like a discount code or anything.
Okay, get that. Just call them and tell them you need a discount code for your followers.
Yeah, that'll probably be happening soon here because they have a whole little thing that you just go to their website and like click to be like an affiliate or influencer or whatever the hell it is. And that's how I got all the Diablo Net sandpaper, which is awesome, by the way. I'm still working my way through it, but it just come in so clutch, especially with all the contour stuff of these end tables. They sent me 2 of these sanding blocks. This one is the oversized one, but it's got 2 edges. It's got 2 sides to it. One that's rigid, and then one that
concave,
like contours.
Okay. Contours.
So
cool.
These have been absolutely fantastic.
I have serious grit sandpaper, and then I got a bunch of a different brand that I bought from I think 60 grit all the way up to 800 grit. I need to make one of those sandpaper plywood.
So do I.
Things.
I was looking at the little organizer trays because I want to get one that I can mainly organize my sandpaper in, and then I can create like a little shelf underneath my assembly table because that's where I do most of my sanding.
Yeah.
So then I can just pull it out, boom. Because usually what I had to do is I got to go over to where I have it stored, grab, the 60, 80, 120, 150, 220, lay them all out, and then just and when I'm done and just like work my way through it. It would be nice to have them nice and organized where you could be like, okay, here's this one, that one.
Mine are all together, and then like the 120s face up, and they sit on the 100s which face down, which sit on the the 80s that face up. So I gotta like go through like playing cards and find out which ones are.
Yeah, it's the same thing I do. I gotta do. It's like, all right, this one and this one. I finally decided to start like breaking them up to where I just grab a stack now, and it's all the grits that I'll use.
Oh, nice.
So I'll just grab one stack and bring it out, and then I can just kind of work my way through it.
Yeah, that's been on my list for a long time.
Yeah, well, that was the idea with the assembly table I built, is I built it all open at the bottom so that I could build like a cabinet to slide in there.
Yeah, I want to do that.
And I could start organizing stuff.
It's right under my feet where I had to move my my spindle sander where I put my feet now. But I have one of those mortisers under here. I've got the sander. I've got a stack of wood pieces in the middle that I use for paint sticks and for standing stuff. But I want to put drawers. All these benches down here should get drawer banks, and then I'd have a ton more storage. So it's on the list.
Yeah, I'm hoping if anybody's listening that purchases Christmas gifts for me, toolbox.
A toolbox.
Like a big toolbox, like tool chest. Didn't even got to be new. I've been scouring freaking Facebook Marketplace, and the ones that are not like these people aren't asking for like brand new prices on them, or I'll just beat the shit.
Do you want like a 2-drawer or a 3-drawer top box? Or?
No, so I already have like a 3-drawer top box.
Okay.
What I want to find is the base that I can set it on top of. And really extend it, because that's 90% of the issues in my shop is just having a place for everything that's put away and not just sitting out somewhere.
Yeah,
So I've been looking around.
Sorry, I've got the Keurig, which I thought I would use more down here. I got a toaster oven that my buddy Vince gave me because I had a microwave down here that my daughter's son gave me. I have a CD jukebox, holds like 300 CDs. I got this is all stuff I'm never going to use. I got a humidor that I wanted a cigar giveaway where I've made my first 2 flags. And I got a combination DVD VCR that has to be hooked up to the shop TV because I have a bunch of videotapes. So all this shit has to go somewhere.
I have a built-in DVD player into this TV.
Oh, that's nice.
I've had this since I was in the Air Force. This is the TV I got from my dorm room, and I liked it because it had the DVD player built into it.
Okay, we had one of those in the workout area until it ate one of my DVDs, and then I had to take the TV apart to get the DVD out, and I did. I just put blue tape over the DVD player so no one sticks any more DVDs in there. I use it as a monitor.
I'm pretty sure if I shoved a DVD in there, I'd probably get stuck with all the sawdust.
Well, they make good now it's like a 35-inch monitor. I can use it, plug my computer into it. So I have an actual Sony DVD player hooked up to the shop TV and my receiver here. So I wanted that combo one because I have 300 or 400 videotapes, movies, and plus home movies and stuff. I might want to convert to DVD, and I think I might be able to do it on that machine. So my buddy John was going to throw it away. I'm like, no. I'm old enough to have VHSs. I'll take that.
Give me. Yeah.
You want to wrap this puppy up?
No, it's nice. Yeah, let's wrap this up because I got to go get some spaghetti and I got to get that thing cooked before 6:07 Pacific time.
Yeah, I will be rooting for your team.
Before game 2.
I actually wanted yesterday to go out. My brother-in-law came over. I forgot he was coming over. So the only thing I wanted to do yesterday was go watch the new James Bond movie in the IMAX because Daniel Craig's my guy. So, and then my brother-in-law.
Yeah, a bit of a little man crush.
Big man crush, yeah. So then my brother-in-law calls me and goes, "Hey, don't forget I'm coming over." I'm like, "Fuck, I forgot." So he wants to build a train set on a big table.
Okay.
So my father-in-law, they went and got all the wood. So he's like, "I need to come over to your shop and we got to do all this work." I'm like, so he brought 6 1 or 2 by 6s by 8 feet, all pine, and we used the miter station. Then we had to put on my combo dado blade stack thing. We ran a 1/4 inch dado down 8 feet of lengths on both sides. Then we had to do dados and 4 foot and then sections, and then he wanted to recess in the cross beams into the risers. So we got the hand router out, and we did I had him do it because I didn't want to screw it up. Plus, he needs to work on the tools anyway. So I hooked up.
He needs to practice.
He needs to practice. Oh, I hooked up my shop vac to that. I got no dust whatsoever from the router anywhere. It was amazing. And then he did all those, and then we were down here probably for 2.5 hours, and I made sure all I did was run everything through the table saw for him because I didn't really trust him doing that. And then I cut everything to length on the miter station, and then he did all the rest of the hand stuff with the router and stuff. So, but I wanted to go see James Bond. I thought it would be fun to go tonight, too. But maybe during the week, there'll be a 10 o'clock in the morning show since I have to go to work now.
There you go.
And I'll just go see it.
And you'll be the only one in the theater.
Yeah, man. That's my favorite time.
That's the thing is, like, the first showing of the day is the most underrated showing there is because you get the entire theater to yourself. The popcorn is fresh. Hands down, best time to go to the movies.
Yeah, I agree. I used to do it a lot. So we still have to go see. I told my son, COVID boy, that we have to go see Shang-Chi because it's going to be out of the theaters before I know, and I have to see these things in order. I don't want to wait to see it on TV if I have to go see the Eternals next month, you know what I mean? And then Spider-Man in December. So we have to go see Shang-Chi, then I have to see Bond and Venom. Those are the 3 things I have to see in the theater at the moment.
Yeah, I get. You know, when the first Venom came out, I had absolutely no desire to go see it. But as time has gone on, I want to go see it now.
Oh, did you see the first movie?
No, I never did.
Okay, I love Venom and I like Tom Hardy, so to me it wasn't great.
Same here, but then like just watching it and then hearing some of the reviews after, it was like, it was so. Well, I'm not gonna. I mean, anytime you go to the movies nowadays, it's even for 2 people, it's
well,
$50 to $100.
You know what's funny is over by me, it's the name of the movie company is Marcus Theaters, and on Tuesdays they have $5 movies.
Oh, okay.
In the big screen. So I just wait for Tuesdays. So Tuesday may be a Bond day.
See, my wife and I, when we were living in up in the city, we were close to a mall that had a movie theater that was pretty close to our kids' school. So we would drop off the kids at school, and then that's how we saw Joker. Is we went straight from dropping the kids off straight to the first showing of the day, and it was amazing.
Nice.
It was the greatest thing ever.
Yeah, having been on our shift for so long, when I'm off, I love doing that. I'll go at 10 o'clock at night or the last show of the night because I'm awake and it's my midday, and there's no one in there either. So works both ways. Either way. All right. So. Does anybody have any questions? If you have questions, Brandon, what can we do?
They can email them to handcuffs&sawdustpodcast@gmail.com. They can direct message Mike over at Midnight Maker, soon to be
Mike Marrazzo, or just Marrazzo Woodworking.
Marrazzo Woodworking. Or they can DM me at Full House Woodworking on the Instagrams. If you're watching on YouTube, subscribe, ring the bell. When you go to get your show on iTunes, especially iTunes, rate us, write a review. Just write something stupid.
Well, not stupid, but
we need stupid. I don't care. I don't care how misleading it is.
Brandon's got a nice ass. You can take a page
out of the AWP podcast page where they're just writing random things there to see how funny you can be. If you write something funny enough, I will make you a custom flag.
And when the computer gets fixed, then we'll be back on YouTube.
Deuces!
Stay safe in the shop and on the street. Peace!
Go Giants!
Go Sox!
Adios! Pelota!